7 low-cost business ideas that almost never fail. We all have that dream of starting our own business, right? The freedom, the control, the chance to build something that's truly yours. But then that little voice of doubt creeps in. You think about the risk, your life savings, and the scary statistics you've heard about business failure. And the numbers aren't exactly comforting. According to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, about 21.5% of new businesses don't make it through the first year. By the 5-year mark, that number jumps to nearly half. It's a paralyzing thought that stops most people dead in their tracks. But what if there was a smarter way to start? What if you could launch a business for less than $500 that has a much higher chance of survival? These aren't pie-in-the-sky ideas. They're grounded in real-world demand. Because they are service-based, they have a lower failure rate, about 17.5% in the first year, compared to the 21.5% average for all businesses. In this video, I'm going to walk you through 7 of these lower-risk business models so you can finally kickstart your entrepreneurial journey with confidence. Section 1. Freelance Services, the Digital Gold Rush. First on the list is freelance services. Think writing, graphic design, social media management, or digital marketing. The magic of freelancing is that you're selling a skill you already have. If you got a computer, your startup costs are practically zero. Your main investments are your time and maybe a couple of software subscriptions, which you can easily keep under $500. So, why is this model so resilient? Because you're not taking a massive financial gamble. You can start this on the side, building up a portfolio and client list on platforms like Upwork or Fiverr without having to quit your day job. And the demand? It's huge. There are over 33 million small businesses in the US alone, and most of them can't afford a full-time marketing team or an in-house designer. They depend on freelancers. The income potential here is serious. An entry-level freelance marketer might start at $15–25 an hour, but once you have a proven track record, that can soar to over $82 an hour for consulting. Freelance writers often charge per project, and a 1,500-word article can net you anywhere from $250 to $400. You're not just creating a product and hoping it sells. You're offering a service that businesses are actively searching for, making it an inherently less risky way to start. Section 2. Cleaning Services, the evergreen need. Next up, idea number 2, cleaning services. It might not have the glitz of a tech startup, but it's one of the most durable business models you can find. People will always need cleaners. Busy professionals, growing families, and an aging population create a constant, unwavering demand. Why is the failure rate for cleaning businesses lower than average? The barrier to entry is almost on the floor. You can start a solo residential cleaning business for way under $500. All you truly need is a set of quality cleaning supplies and a way to get to your clients. There's no office lease draining your bank account. Your home is your headquarters. Plus, your revenue is often recurring. Do a great job, and clients will book you weekly or bi-weekly, giving you a predictable and stable cash flow. The income potential is better than you might think. While a solo cleaner's salary can vary, annual pay typically ranges from $30,000 to $38,500, with top earners making over $44,000. As you build a reputation and maybe even a small team, you can scale this into a 6-figure operation. You're solving a timeless problem for people who want a clean home but don't have the time or energy to do it themselves. Section 3. Virtual Bookkeeping, the Financial Lifeline. Idea number 3 is virtual bookkeeping. Every single business, from that freelancer we just talked about to your local coffee shop, has to manage its money. But most small business owners aren't accountants and definitely can't afford to hire one full-time. That's where you come in. Startup costs are incredibly low. A reliable computer and a subscription to bookkeeping software like QuickBooks or Xero will get you started for under $300. You don't need to be a certified public accountant, CPA, to handle the basics like organizing transactions and creating financial reports. The low-risk element here is built in. Businesses need this service to file taxes, apply for loans, and simply understand if they're making money. It's not an optional expense. This creates a steady pipeline of clients who often work with you on a monthly retainer, which can range from $300 to over $1,500 depending on the workload. Hourly rates for virtual bookkeepers typically fall between $25 and $60. Because it's all remote, you can work with clients across the country, which protects you from local economic slumps and makes this a remarkably stable business. All right, we're 3 ideas in. I hope you're starting to see that building a business doesn't have to feel like a casino bet. These are real, practical models that actually work. If one of these is already sparking an idea, or if you have another low-cost business in mind, drop it in the comments below. I love seeing what you're all thinking and try to reply to as many comments as I can. Now, let's get back to it. Section 4, Dropshipping, the no-inventory e-commerce model. Idea number 4, dropshipping. You might have heard that dropshipping is dead, but that's just not true. What's dead is the old way of doing it, selling random, cheap junk with painfully long shipping times. Today's successful model is about building a legitimate brand around a specific niche, all without ever touching the inventory yourself. Here's the breakdown. You set up an online store on a platform like Shopify. A customer buys from you. You then buy that product from a third-party supplier who ships it directly to the customer. Your profit is the markup. The number one reason this model is lower risk, when done right, is because you have no inventory risk. You aren't sinking thousands into products that might just sit in a warehouse. Your startup cost is your Shopify subscription. They often run deals for new users, a domain name, and a small marketing budget. You can launch your store for under $300. In 2026, success isn't about one viral gadget. It's about building a brand people trust, offering stellar customer service, and finding reliable suppliers. While experts estimate the success rate is around 10 to 20%, your chances improve dramatically if you treat it like a real business, not a get-rich-quick scheme. Section 5. Home-based food services, the neighborhood chef. Coming in at number 5 is a home-based food business, like small-scale catering or a meal prep delivery service. People's love for good food isn't going anywhere, and the demand for convenient, high-quality meals is always on the rise. Many states have cottage food laws that make it easier than ever to start a food business right from your own kitchen. The trick to keeping this low risk is to start lean. Don't try to cater a 200-person wedding on your first day. Start by offering meal prep for a few busy neighbors, baking specialty cakes for local birthdays, or catering small gatherings. Your main startup costs are your initial ingredients and any local permits. You can get going for under $500, especially if you have clients pay upfront for orders, so you're never out of pocket for ingredients. The low failure rate comes from this small-scale start. You grow with your reputation. A happy meal prep client tells their coworkers, one amazing birthday cake leads to another order. You scale your business as demand, and cash flow grow naturally. You're not trapped in an expensive restaurant lease or burdened with a huge payroll. You are the business, and you can grow at a pace that feels safe. Section 6. Pet services, the furry fortune. Idea number 6 is for all the animal lovers out there. Pet sitting, dog walking, or mobile grooming. The pet industry is an absolute giant. In the U.S. alone, pet owners spent nearly $152 billion on their animals in 2024. A huge chunk of that goes to services like pet sitting and walking. This market is fueled by love, and people happily spend money to ensure their furry family members are well cared for. This is arguably one of the lowest cost businesses on the list to get started. For dog walking, you just need a leash and a way to advertise. However, a crucial startup cost you can't skip is liability insurance, which can run between $200 and $500 per year. Add in business registration and some basic marketing, and you're still looking at a startup cost that's manageable. What makes this model so solid is the repeat business. Once someone finds a pet sitter they trust, they stick with them for years. A single client can easily turn into thousands of dollars in recurring revenue. You have almost no overhead, no office, and you get paid to hang out with animals. The demand is local and constant, making this an incredibly stable and rewarding venture. Section 7. Online tutoring and consulting, the expert economy. Our final idea, number 7, is online tutoring or consulting. This is a lot like freelancing, but it's focused on teaching and advising. If you have deep knowledge in a specific subject, whether it's calculus, a foreign language, fitness coaching, or a business skill, you can turn that expertise into income. The online tutoring market is booming and is projected to grow to over $26 billion by 2031. Your startup costs here are laughably low. A Zoom subscription and a basic website are really all you need, keeping you well under the $200 mark. This business model is incredibly failure resistant because you are the product. There's no inventory to manage, no supply chain to worry about, and minimal overhead. You're cashing in on years of your own experience. The demand is driven by people seeking results. Parents want their kids to ace their exams, and professionals want to learn new skills to get a promotion. Tutors can charge anywhere from $25 to over $100 an hour, depending on their expertise. You can start with one-on-one sessions and then scale up by offering small group workshops. And because you're online, your market is global. You're not just starting a business. You're building a brand around your knowledge, which is one of the most secure foundations there is. The conclusion. So there you have it. 7 business ideas you can start for under $500 that have a higher than average chance of success. Whether it's selling your skills as a freelancer or tutor, meeting timeless needs with cleaning or pet sitting, or diving into e-commerce with a smart dropshipping model, entrepreneurship doesn't have to be a massive gamble. The common thread running through all of these is minimizing risk. You don't need huge loans or your life savings to get started. You can begin small, prove your concept, and grow your business with the money you're already making. That dream of owning your own business is a lot closer than you think. You just have to start smart. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button and turn on the notifications so you don't miss what's next. Now go out there and build something amazing.